Yeah.
Hey guys, yeah, we
Hey,
gotta
hey,
start
hello.
with talking about some personal stuff, some food stuff. So Hemant is telling his
Yeah,
story from his college life. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. No, no. Actually, telling Raj he's a vegetarian, and I was saying is hey, I was same thing, vegetarian, and I keep switching back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just telling the story how I turned non-vegetarian, and we were in a college. We were in Bathinda in college. We all three friends decided today we must have to eat chicken. Whatever happens, we'll just go to a restaurant and we'll get that fried thing so that it's not like that yucky or the bones thing. We ordered boneless chicken and all
uh,
that. So it was so difficult to first put the first thing in the mouth. First, it was not that great taste or something or like that great thing because
mm-hmm.
that show was not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Because in India that time, I think 20, 30 years ago, the quality of food was not that as good as
Mm-hmm.
now,
Mm-hmm.
especially that. But anyway, so then as soon as we ate it, but then after that we felt what did we do? We should like there was so much list of precautions. You should not drink milk because if you drink milk, that you will get some kind of a skin problem or something.
Okay.
And but even after that, I think I didn't eat meat 5 years after that because after college I worked for 5 years and
Mm-hmm.
then I came to US and then my roommate was cooking every day and then I
Uh,
was eating that time and that time I actually ate real chicken like
from
chicken masala or
uh,
thing, means. But I mean, what I was trying, Raj, is basically because he's a foodie,
yeah.
and he's a scientist kind of person. He doesn't believe in God and like maybe
Mm-hmm.
something, but
Yeah.
it's not that thing makes him not eat. So because of all these reasons, he should try somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is how I tried.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Olivia even asks me, what will you tell to our children? I will say they can eat whatever they want, as long as it's food and not trophy hunting, like not wasting. As long as you eat as a food for your life, it's fine. I don't care. You eat anything you want,
So
and
this
anybody
is what
can eat
happened
anything.
with this is what happened with my cousin, my Mossy's son.
Mm-hmm.
So he got cancer or something.
Uh-huh.
Then doctors told him if he wants, to grow his immunity, he must eat chicken soup. So
Oh,
he must eat. So then he had it chicken. From there, I think is means you just think means I don't know means should I say it's a lifestyle like I think it's missing a big part if
yeah.
you love food
I
especially
feel
means
that too
if you don't care
sometimes.
about food then
Yeah.
because once you eat especially Indian chicken man people just die for it and actually same thing for me I have not tried goat or anything like that
Uh-huh.
as means I try a little bit but I don't like it some for
Mm-hmm.
some reason
Mm-hmm.
maybe because I don't get the good quality or something
Mm-hmm.
but people will always pick you know lamb over chicken, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly, right?
Mutton or
Right?
chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, mutton over chicken, right? All that. So I don't know. I'm not there yet, but I think is if you have the taste buds or something, you are not
Mm-hmm.
doing a good favor to
Yeah, I will
yourself.
definitely consider it.
Yeah.
I will at least promise you that I'll start with fish or crab or something like that. Slowly you can go to
But
slowly.
the fish is I think is I have not liked fish so far. So
Yeah.
far I have liked shrimp, prawns.
Mm-hmm.
I have liked chicken, means boneless or bone with
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. But so far I have not developed a good taste of fish so
Is
far.
it because of the purely due to smell, right? Is it?
No, no, no. The texture is so soft.
Oh, okay.
And the fish is so soft meat. It's
You
like
feel like you're
you
not
feel like
eating anything, like for one.
yeah, you feel you don't feel like you're eating meat or something. I feel feel at least more than a paneer, so
Yeah.
that feels like more like a paneer. Actually, it happened with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Once she went to a party or something, like we had then they served both fish pakoras and paneer pakoras or something. Then she was eating fish pakoras and then came home. I said, "Mom, you ate what? I didn't eat fish pakoras." So that's what I'm saying. You will not feel the texture or
Yeah.
difference much.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Fair, totally fair.
yeah,
So yeah, so that's what,
yeah,
guys. So we just wanted to talk about something that personal
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, we talked about food, and then
yeah,
let's go to our podcast. I guess like a very good
yeah.
start. I
I
thought.
think I think this is exactly what we are trying to tell. If you don't take risks, if you don't come out of your
Comfort zone.
bias thing, it means you are not entrepreneur. To me,
Mm.
entrepreneur is something you have to take risks at every stage, at every level. You don't consider risk. Oh, I'm just taking risk for money or this thing. Risk
Yeah.
should be, you have to change your behavior more.
Mhm.
Like, I
Come out
think,
of that shell, you know. Yeah, I agree. I
yes, yes,
agree.
yeah,
Fair. Yeah. So
yeah,
one
yeah,
other thing, like Hemant was talking to me, and I was also thinking about it a lot. But when Hemant said, I stopped him there and said that we should record this as a podcast. One thing, like he was talking about, is like all the white collar jobs that is gonna go, you know, like the next 10 to maybe 5 to 15 years, I would say. Yeah, the rate at which AI is exponentially growing, it's like really concerning to some, for some people, for most people, I would imagine the middle class white collars, I guess. Like that might cause a huge crash, right, Hemant? Like what did you feel about it? What do you think about it?
yeah. Means I think that is what is I don't know. It's, see, when internet came, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, it killed all those jobs that people think, oh yeah, I can do. This company can do that book. Or everybody should read that book, that Flat World. The World is Flat by
Uh-huh.
some Nilesh
Okay.
Nilekhan, something like this. The story is more on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now this is another level of internet. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
basically, let's say I am a super dumb person. Like, this is the example I'll give it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to my son, and my son is okay, AI engineer and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So now there was no way before we could talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a chat GPT. I'm a super dumb person. All I need is what he's asking me, I'm telling him.
Yeah.
So I am even more intelligent than my who is doing using not using chat GPT.
ChatGPT.
So okay, now regarding the jobs. So first, like, if you think that job should never be there, that person who just learns, reads the books and say, okay, I'm doctor. And if you're a doctor and you learned all that, okay, you spent 3 4 years in this thing, but now that 3 4 years is 3 4 days, we can teach any dumb person how to be a doctor or how to be that thing. So it's like um, uh, like that job it was like a more like a, what do you call, they call arbitrage, right? It was an
Mm-hmm.
arbitrage before. So now that arbitrage is going, so everybody's getting that power. That's good for humanity. It means
Yeah.
I don't need to pay $250 to a stupid counselor who is
Yeah.
just telling me, hey, just tell me your story.
Yeah.
You know, just by telling my story, he's charging me $250.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
How it is fair?
Same thing, right? Like, guys, I am final year veterinary student. Okay, like if you bring your dog to me, I'm charging
Yeah.
$100 for consulting your dog, just checking regular checkup, and then
Yes, yes, yeah.
you go back $100. ChatGPT $20 a month. You can ask not only
Yes.
about your dog, where should I
And for
invest,
month.
where should I
Yeah,
cook today, what should I do
exactly.
with my life, everything. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's a huge disruption, you know. Like
Yes.
it's like
Yeah.
crazy. Like it's also a double-edged sword, Hemant. I think like I feel like it's a very big gift for humanity. So many useless jobs, menial, repetitive jobs will
Yes,
go
yes.
away. But at the same time, do you ever consider like the middle class people? Most of us are like, what can they all do though? What? It's a hard question. Of course, we don't know the
What
answer.
can they do? Yeah, I think is we must adopt ChatGPT or AI tools in every small thing. Let's say we are talking, right? We should have a AI telling, hey, this is too much time, or you should talk this way or that way. You should try to communicate better. So
Optimize
I
it.
think is the more we try to use AI tools into our thing, right? We like, just like without calculator you cannot work, right?
Yeah.
If you are in a cashier, same thing. You must have AI helping you. See, these days, whenever I write email, I used to write to my customer, hey, good, thank you. So now I press that button, say, polish my message. It write a very good message. The customer likes it because I am supposed to serve him, not just talking in a friendly way.
Yeah.
So I think is so now if you say, okay, now to answer your question is, if I'm a middle, like, I am not looking for a job, and I'm not a that kind of rich person that I don't need job. But I think is that's where the opportunity comes. The whole um, um, means. first we need to think that like we need a job for money, right? So
Mm-hmm.
but what I'm saying is if it is adding more happiness into your life by adding AI into it, you use it for your personal goals, relationship goals, health goals, all that. And if you're better off, don't think about the money, but if you're better off your life than without AI, I
Yeah.
think you already made the money. I think is
Mm-hmm.
you have to think the bigger concept, why you need God, why you need money.
Mm-hmm.
So if it helps you, it keeps you calm. You don't need 5-10 millions or
Mm-hmm.
100K or something. You can live happily
Yeah, let's say
with
five thousand
I
dollars is
think.
good enough for me to live monthly in a good standard of living. Yeah, that's more
Mhm.
than good. So you kind
Yeah.
of agree towards that universal basic income kind of way because it's going towards that direction. I personally feel
Yes.
there's no other way but to have this universal basic income. But what will the rich people do? Like how will that inequality? Like if everybody is getting,
That's they are in the biggest shithole, I would say. Because like I think what, like for example, Elon Musk, right? What he enjoys is telling his stories. Hey, I or every day he's competing with himself. He has nobody to
yeah,
compete with, right? He's
yeah,
competing with himself, right? So um, to me, the challenge for him is growing more and more. Okay, what should I do next, right?
yeah,
But I feel like they have already done their life. I think they don't care but then that's marginal success, you know, because once you achieve 99.9% success or something, just to get point one is
yeah,
the hardest thing to do,
yeah.
right? For
From
us is we can grow our salary or income double, right? For
yeah,
them it's impossible, right? But I don't know, for Elon
even
Musk he can be
yeah, if, for
possible.
me for me one thing I kind of wanna believe or hope is hopefully some kind of a new type of job or goals that come where you can monetize to some extent so that people can make money if they choose to, because currently I myself find it very difficult as a AI engineer or a future veterinarian. I don't know like what I will be doing, like that's one of the reasons. The reason is of starting Milk AIs is to give that power to everybody who instead of working in a day-to-day jobs. I mean it's just a shameless plug. I just wanted why we started Milk AI is like AI is coming very quick, so let's use AI, ride the wave. Let's give a non-technical founder, non-technical person who wants to start something on their own, a business of any kind. That's exactly what we are doing. For me
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
gave me fulfillment to do that, for us to do these
Exactly.
things together to help anybody who doesn't code to bring their apps to life in couple of days, not weeks, months, and
Yes.
tens of thousands of dollars. For just couple of days you can bring your product to life. That's one thing. And another thing, I'm talking about this AI stuff. One thing Sundar Pichai was saying was like mankind invented fire, invented steam engines, X-rays, computers. There are so many technologies that we invented. Every time there's, like you said, so many jobs are gonna go. Let's say computer game. Oh, who will be doing the manual writing anymore? Computer will take off. No, but somebody was typing. Then X-rays came, somebody was operating. Steam engines came, somebody has to drive the engine to do something. But one thing you were saying is AI is very, very different and profound technology compared to all of these previous inventions because none of the previous technologies evolve themselves. AI has the
Yes.
potential to grow and evolve and adapt, which is scary at the same time. It's also good for
Um,
humanity.
I am not that scared of that thing. I would say, Raj, because yesterday I was listening to a scam where the Bitcoin machines were charging money,
Hmm.
and then they were giving some code, and it's in Circle K. It's a very big scam going on.
Hmm.
Circle K guys are making money because every time somebody uses their machine, they get paid.
Hmm.
But so I was thinking is why that machine is charging you and the police is still like, so there was a police there who was trying to prevent people to not use his machine, all that. But if you're human, just plug it off, man.
Yeah.
Means you can just plug it off. So if you are thinking AI is killing me or something, you can always unplug,
But
means
do you think like they have
right.
this right? This fear, right? if you don't do, China will do. If you don't do, somebody's gonna do. So rather to, for example, Elon Musk was saying, right?
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
better. It's better you have your own robot fighting with the other people's
Yeah.
robot. So I think going back to milk AI thing is the race is always to get ahead from your competition,
Yeah.
from your what do you call that person, like some who I know I forgot the name, like somebody who's trying to kill you, you know.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it could be,
competitor
you
is
know,
a good fair word.
right,
Like, yeah.
right, compete, right. Let's say you're in the job market, somebody will you're competing with somebody, you know.
Hmm.
So your job is to compete, you know,
Stay
your
ahead at
job
least
is
one
to stay
step.
ahead. So by using AI early adapt,
Mm.
you just get ahead in your career or your
Mm.
startup by 2 to 3 years or something. So you
Mm.
get your market share, you know, milk AI, and then just get something so that you get a head start, you know.
Yeah.
So I think is there is no way if you don't, sorry, you know what can we say?
Like I see in my university and stuff, some of the professors are, sometimes I just see that if I bring up AI or somebody brings up AI, they are not
Uh,
really happy. I kind of feel bad for them, because it's not something you should be personally taking it as a competitor
exactly,
against you. For example, if I ask you what is 433 cross 544, you will take a calculator and tell me. You don't feel bad that
exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to insult you, or you use a calculator. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
how bad of your bad person, like
Yeah,
you
I
suck in math
agree.
or anything. No, we just use calculator. Same way
Yes,
elevators, before a person was pressing button in elevators, now it's automated. Like you don't need the person, you
exactly.
removed it. At some point people thought that
Yeah.
was ridiculous to remove a human being from an elevator pressing
No,
buttons.
other example I can give is in India or in any country, if somebody speak very good English, you know,
Hmm.
they are considered the best people, you know, though they don't know anything. Like if I put a person who don't know English, but the way that person thinks is a much better way than
Hmm.
that the polished person thinks, you know.
Yeah.
So so if you think the value it's bringing, you know. The unnecessary walls we created, you know, that
Yeah.
oh this guy can do better job, this guy can't, you know,
Oh yeah, now
is
the
right now I in the phone there is a capability that I can translate any language to English, you know,
yeah,
just it came in the iPhone, you know. So with these kind of capabilities
you are
is,
leveling the
is
playing
I
field,
think,
right?
let's say
Leveling it.
I am coming from you from India and I can take any job, you know,
Yeah.
means I don't need to learn English to is these
Yeah,
kind of barriers
that's
should be
exactly, it's a
gone.
very, very good point. That's exactly what I would like to say to all those people who are very critical about AI. Consider it as a tool. You don't have to fall in love with the tool. Do you love your
Yes,
calculator? No, I use it and throw it out. Like, I mean, when next time when I want,
exactly.
I take it.
Yes,
Like just take, it's considered as a watch to see time. It's a digital watch, something like, instead of analog clock, you have a digital watch. I mean, simple as that. Like people, I think people, the one thing I would say is, people who use AI will have that unfair advantage that over people who don't use AI. So you guys, if you want to succeed in anything in your field or whatever, you can use the help of AI to push yourself several milestone
yes,
ahead. Like Hemant was saying, you always need to stay ahead of competition, right? You are always competing with anything. Nobody can ever say that I'm not competing at all. Because if you have a veterinary clinic, let's say one of my colleagues or somebody is having a veterinary clinic who hates AI, and another clinic is there which is very modernized digital, they are adapting AI technologies, they are going to have more output. Obviously they'll outcompete you at some point. So there is no harm in being like, mm, shelling,
I,
putting a shell around
yeah.
yourself. And yeah.
I think okay. I think let's not take too much time. I think I wanted to end with basically with two thoughts I have in mind. You know, this is I'm taking from my own life. You know, so I have a friend. You know, he sent me hey, this image should be there. This is good image for our email KI. You know,
Mhm.
so like I don't like linger on. I just do it immediately. I was in the gym. I
Mhm.
just put that image and then put it on my Facebook, in my LinkedIn. You know, I don't like procrastinate, you know, hey, I will take long time, you know. So same thing I'll tell you, let's say somebody tell you to do something, you do it right away, you know,
Mhm.
means and the other thing I have a tip in you know, sometimes just turn off everything,
Mhm.
you know, sit down, you know, try to think where the world is going, where you are going.
Mhm.
If you spend at least to start with 10 minutes to 30 minutes something, you just give that time to yourself. Why I'm saying this, 1 year ago we were in the same place.
Mm.
We thought about chat gpt, enhancing chat gpt. We thought about this Google Drive. AI will get into our Google Drives, give us all thing. We had thought about it, but we didn't do it.
Yeah.
I wish would have done it, and we would be ahead of that race.
Hmm.
So what I'm thinking is that thing came to our mind, like mind, it will happen, but we didn't do it. So you see how your mind is powerful. you know Even you don't need to ask. Even I don't think at that time AI was, chat gpt could answer this question. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is we could answer that question. Is coming. So the power is basically taking action and doing what your brain is telling you to
Mm.
do.
Yeah, it's a very fair point. Like I have heard so many great ideas never see the day of light because the creators wait for perfection. Don't
Yeah.
wait for perfection. Once whatever you have today, start it. Because
Yes.
when you wait for perfection, which is never there, you will never release a book or never release a
Exactly.
Kickstarter, never do anything. So it just launch it as imperfect as you are, and then slowly develop over time, right? Yeah, that's a good takeaway, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what, guys, we wanted to talk about, like all the problems the white collar jobs would face and stuff. Like from Hemant's perspective, he seems to be very optimistic. Like he would like to, like all of us, to adopt AI and stuff. I would agree as well. I would agree as well. I would say start embracing AI as a tool and then see if there are any potential openings. I myself am doing it every day, trying to see what I can do with AI that can serve me well for Milk AI, or maybe for my higher education, anything, I don't know, research or whatever. So we try to find some potential openings. Let's not
No, no,
wait
no.
till the.
Raj,
Mhm.
I would say is try to find the why you should look for a job.
Mm.
Means don't get into this thinking assumption that I need a job.
Mhm.
I think is you should think that why you need a job. Okay, now let's say you say,
Mm.
okay, I need to survive and to pay bills. Okay, at least
Mhm.
you know your purpose. You
Yeah.
know, means because once you get a job, then you will think, okay, what should I do next, right? Then you'll keep looking for a job, and then you're in the rat race thing.
Yeah.
So look for why first.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
why.
that's fair. That's fair. What a
Yeah,
small correction is, I did not say about the job at all. I was saying research
yeah,
or something, PhD or some
yeah.
kind of research actually. Because me and Hemant had a lot of conversation about the should I go for a job or should I sit with Milk AI and try to work hard and double down and then increase the productivity and try to make Milk AI a success. I totally agree with the latter, like Hemant said. I decided to stick with Milk AI because I was in a good job, which I left and came because I just could not continue working for somebody else, and like that's another podcast on its own, which we will do in the next episode or something, where we talk about working for somebody else is like a boon or a bane. You can guarantee to have a monthly paycheck, but is it giving you any purpose, any happiness? I personally can vouch for it. I'm almost 30. I'm 30 years old. I have worked for 10 different companies at this point. I don't feel happy working for anyone other than myself or our own creation. For example, Milk AI, it feel like I'm doing it for myself. Like it's just like a profound thing.
Not only this thing, this is what I felt in impact. Whenever I had an idea, oh, I should put this button in this website, I should have this idea, I get my developer and say, do it. I don't need to ask anybody. That power,
Mm,
is the power an entrepreneur gets. If you're in a job, you are like, even you are a CEO, you're chairman, you're responsible of your chair. Oh, you shouldn't invest in this, you shouldn't invest in this. But the minute you see that your independence, that you are free to do whatever you. Okay, you fail. Let's say we send five spam emails or something. Poor fail. One work. Sometimes you. So that power, that, oh, my idea worked, or I
mm.
implemented it, you know that happiness, I don't know, is for me.
Yeah.
I love to experience that happiness every day.
Yeah, he's more like a hustler, hacker, tinkerer. He tries to now, with the help of AI, Milk AI, we help people develop their apps come to reality
Mhm.
the same way. First of all, we both develop multiple apps for ourselves. So we have a lot of information about that. Before closing up, Hemant, I want you to tell them what is high impact actually, so that people can have a context of
Yeah,
what.
actually, impact was, the idea was basically to to have a technology company and all that, but I was not able to do that because um, jumped into wrong kind of technology, RFID or something that was not mature. But one of my friends said, "Okay, let's do that." And it was we made more like a non-tech data entry thing into a technology business. Like how, because we package that data entry into a packaged product in which a customer orders the data entry thing, then say, I need this done within 6 hours, within 12 hours, within, and then they pay based upon that time.
Mm-hmm.
And we deliver the data entry within that time. But
Mm.
now we are even making the data entry, a little bit more
Automated.
AI based or
Mm-hmm.
something. So like it's like there's no competition, in this
Mm-hmm.
thing. This is where I love to play, in which like to kill competition by by providing technology so much that they cannot
Mm.
the competitors can't even afford to go at that scale. Like we added so many features, like
Mm-hmm.
let's say customer send me an email, it gets posted directly to all of our employees. This kind of features, when you go into this low tech space, like think about Amazon, right? They just deliver books, and they call it technology business. I think is I'm another kind of Amazon
Yeah.
in data entry space,
I mean, it's
so.
very clear, right? He's addressing like the immediate need of a customer who has money. I want it to be done in couple of hours now, because when he says he has a lot of feature, I'm seeing it everything in the behind the screens as a co-founder, right? There's a lot of work that goes into it. A majority of it is purely his vision. It's like, and through experience, of course, and he's able to understand what people want, and then that is one of the successful businesses of Milky AI as well. So it's like, I'm seeing like entrepreneur in success are like a company that is really paying off, work, all the hard work. Yeah. So that's it, guys. So we had another part two for this year,
Yes.
2025. I'm
Yeah, I
sure
think
we
we already
love.
achieved success. Raja was saying 99.9% podcast failed in the second one, they never go second one. Okay, at least
Yeah, now
we
we
did
did
something.
two, and then
Yeah.
almost 80-90% of podcasts never cross 20 episodes. We'll break that too.
Wow.
No,
Okay.
if you
Yeah,
do
sure.
more than 20 episodes, you are top 1% of the podcast in the world. If you do more
Wow.
than 20,
Okay.
so that's our next goal. So
Yes.
see
Okay.
you guys.
See you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
see you. Bye
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
another
Bye bye.
episode. Bye.
Sure. Thank you, Raj.